How's it going, Pogchamps? Pogchamps. Now, today we're going to be talking about our swag sword with the gold teeth, our luxurious sea lord. Now, if anyone hasn't seen, look at that. Man spouting some bling to battle. You're going to be slapping him with them gold teeth. Now, alright, let's just get into... Right now I have refinement rank 4, level 80, and let's just go over the substats and all the stats and just talk about it, my thoughts and all that. So for our base attack, it is pretty low. So if I were to go over to the snow-tomed star silver, you can see that our base attack is 429, and that's 10 levels below it. That's about a 28, that's a 28 increase to base attack with a 10 level difference. But where this weapon shines is its passive. So let's read the passive real quick. Increases elemental burst damage by 21%. And since this is rank 4, once we masterwork it to rank 5, this would be 25%. And when elemental burst hits opponents, there is a 100% chance of summoning a titanic tuna, which isn't really a titanic tuna, it's just a bunch of small tuna that slaps against it. And that charges and deals 175% attack or 200% once this is max refinement as AoE damage. This effect can occur once every 15 seconds. Now, that might seem good, but let's just read this one. Prototype archaic, and you can build this one at the blacksmith, so we can get this refinement rank 5 as well. And just as rank 2, we get basically the same passive, except it works for normal and charged attacks and has a 50% chance of dealing 300%. Go back to this is only 175%, and it only occurs whenever we hit an elemental burst. And if we go back here, this happens whenever we just hit them with anything basically. And it has the exact same cooldown as before, but just a lot larger of a damage number. And on top of that, it has a 96 base attack damage increase with as well as an attack percentage, but it's a lower attack percentage, but it still grants that attack percentage. And if y'all don't know, it's better to have a higher base attack than an attack percentage, because base attack stacks onto your normal attack and it makes it larger, so whenever you get that attack percentage, it will give you more of a bonus. And that's a little might be a little hard to understand, but just remember, base attack good, attack percent a little good. So what's the point of running this? We already got this, we have this, so what's the point of running this sword other than it's hilarious? Well, it's the burst damage increase. So once again, I'll read this. Increases elemental burst damage by 21%. That's going to go up to 25% once we max it, it'll go to a 25%. And that is unique to this Claymore, I believe. I don't have any other Claymore that grants a bonus damage to our elemental burst. It is similar to what the catch does for spear users. Who would you use this on? I'm obviously going to be using my Black Cliff Slasher on D-Luke because of that crit damage. Look at that, that's massive. My stat distribution for D-Luke is pretty nice overall. We got that 1-2 split going on here. So I'm not going to be switching off, because if I did switch off, I would have no crit damage, and that's no bueno for ya boy. So that's out of the question for at least my D-Luke. I wouldn't use this, and D-Luke isn't even based around like hitting with a hard-hitting ultimate, unless you're trying to get your numbers up just for a YouTube video you want to showcase. But overall, you would probably use Black Cliff Slasher instead. Now for Beto, I have Sacrificial Greatsword instead of the catch, mostly because the catch you have to hit your elemental burst on, and to do that you have to be point blank. Anyway, it's a 15-second timer here, so there's really let's say that because I haven't used it on Beto, let's say if I pop my ultimate and I hit him and it does the chain lightning, it'll still proc it. That's just one proc every 15 seconds, so it's one proc every time I pop my ultimate, and my ultimate does some more damage. So you can run it with that, but I'd rather run with an energy recharge, and I like to run it with my sacrificial greatsword so I can get my parry back, since I like parry spamming with her. I also have my Chongyun with a Favonius greatsword, just because I don't really use Chongyun. And yeah, I don't really use him, so I just threw whatever I had on and I was leveled up. So let's, if you wanted to, you could use this, just because Chongyun gets his ultimate back really quickly, and he's basically around spamming his ultimate. So you can get that bonus damage, but it's not even necessary. You really don't have to. So you can run it with Luxurious Sea Lord if you wanted to try that out, but I wouldn't say it's his best weapon in slot. For my Razor, I have him running with a Snow-Tomed Star Silver. Now, the reason I have this is because of this stat right here, physical damage bonus. This is the entirety of what Razor is. He is a physical damage increase kind of guy. So that's you. I have no purpose of running this. Why would I? Like, it gives attack percentage, and this gives physical damage bonus, which is greater than attack percentage, because this focuses on my physical damage, so it gives a higher increase to it instead of just an overall attack increase. So this is just better. Overall, this is just better. Without even looking at the substat right here, it's still just better. Now, who is this actually useful for? Well, if we go over here to our character archive and we go down to here, I'm going to, where is it? Weapon type. Anyone know that existed? I just learned it. We go down here, you know, you have Xinyan. Not really, because her abilities go off of HP percentage or defense. It's one or the other. Let's check out real quick. I know it's not attack. Yeah, it goes off of defense. So you wouldn't really care about having an increase to your damage or your elemental burst, because that's not what she's around. She's around supporting and shielding your character. Sayu, on the other hand, kinda, except the elemental burst is kinda, you know, because if you look here, it scales off of attack. So I'm guessing, what my mind is saying, that I don't have Sayu to test this, but the increase to the elemental burst might also increase healing, but it will definitely increase the damage that it does. I just know that you don't throw Sayu's ultimate for the damage, you throw it for the healing. And on top of that, you have that attack percentage increase, so it will help you out in the long run because it will increase your healing and your damage overall. So that's really nice. I believe it would work pretty good on Sayu if I had her to try it out. No, because she runs off of defense increase. Why would you run attack percentage with defense? Chongyun already went over it. Razor already. D-Luke, already went over it. Eula. I feel like I'm not even kidding with you. This was built for Eula, because Eula is entirely built around her ultimate bodying people, and her ultimate is an elemental burst. So if we get that elemental burst up, it's going to obliterate even harder. I don't even, like, is anything gonna live? You have a 25% increase to your elemental burst damage. It will probably have the highest elemental burst damage percentage in the entire game. Now, beforehand, it was Child. Child was the one that had the highest elemental burst, because his scales up to like 760%. It's crazy. I think the level 10 is like 800 or something like that. And if we look here, this isn't close yet, but you have to take into account this damage per stack keeps stacking onto this. So 1 sec, I'm gonna cut this out, but I'm gonna do some math. Maybe it does go over Child's once you get all the stacks at least. Well, I don't know if my math is right, or if this like once you get these stacks up, if you just add it onto this, or if you add it onto this one. But she already has the highest percentage for elemental burst. If my math is right, don't quote me on this. Don't come back at me and fight me. But this is already, what I got is 2,617 because I multiplied this number by 30 and then I added it to this. So if that's true, then that's why it hit so freaking hard. And then you're giving her a sword that increases that by a 25%, then it's going to be hitting harder. And then the sword also gives you not the highest, but it gives you a good damage increase because its base attack is what it's increasing. So I think that would probably be the best 4-star weapon for this character, Eula. That's funny enough. A giant fish is Eula's best 4-star weapon. And the only way that you would be able to compete with that is with a 5-star weapon, which some of us might not have. Like, I don't have one for D-Luke. I have one 5-star weapon, by the way, because this game hates my guts and keeps giving me D-Luke. And it's a spear. Well, if I had a Eula, or if I ever get a Eula, I'll have a perfect weapon for her, because I have the fishy leveled up and I have no one else to put it on. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like, comment, subscribe, check out my other videos. Johnny.